A lot of people keep saying nothing major's dropping in 2026, but once you actually scan the state-level laws going live, that take doesn't hold up. Multiple states are pushing new regs that could blindside AR and AK owners with cutoffs, locked storage rules, re-registration hoops, or flat-out possession bans. If you're not locked in on the details, what's good? This is Ted from Weapons Law Advisor, and today I'm walking through the spots where 2026 could come knocking if you're holding an AR or AK. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and ring the bell so you don't miss what's next. Let's roll 2026 Assault Weapon Playbook. The 2026 landscape for assault rifle owners. Most shooters I talk to are glued to DC chatter, but the real heat for AR and AK guys next year is in the state houses. No fresh federal ban, old one croaked in 2004, but a stack of blue states have been piling their own language on top ever since, and chunks of that get tighter in 26. If your semi-auto feeds from a detachable mag and rocks any of the usual military-style bits, you're the exact audience these bills are written for. No cap. When lawmakers say assault weapon, they're not sweating cyclic rate, they're counting features. Pistol grip, telescoping or folder, flash hider, threaded muzzle, barrel shroud, plus mag size combos. New York runs a one-feature trigger under the SAFE Act. Jersey grabs anything substantially identical to a named rifle. Massachusetts and crew swing the copy or duplicate hammer. That phrasing scoops a plain Jane AR-15 or AK pattern into the net even if it left the factory in neutered dress. For 2026, the recipe is simple. A handful of states add brand new possession limits, others force repapering, some demand training cards before purchase, and a few bolt criminal teeth onto storage specs. Own an AR or AK and sleep on 2026. That's how you get caught flat-footed. Rhode Island's fresh possession wall. First stop I'd sweat if I lived in New England with a black rifle. Rhode Island. They passed the State Assault Weapons Ban Act. Drops July 1st, 2026. Law slams the door on making, buying, selling, or handing off prohibited firearms, which covers most common AR-15 and AK layouts. Semi-auto, detachable mag, plus one evil feature, pistol grip, folder, shroud, flash can, bayonet lug, threaded muzzle, or fixed mags over 10 rounds, plus certain shotguns. Key line people skip. If you already lawfully owned that rifle inside RI before the cutoff, the text does not make you ditch it or add it to a registry. You can keep it. The punch lands on anything new after that date. No buys, no sales, no transfers inside state lines except to an FFL or an out-of-state buyer who can legally take it. Violations ride up to 10 years in prison, 10 grand fine, and you forfeit the gun. So if you're parked in Rhode Island with an AR or AK, checklist is short. Verify whether your build meets the feature test, decide if you're keeping it forever, and realize that in-state resale basically dies mid-2026. Ever plan to gift or offload it? You're either shipping to an FFL or moving it across state lines. Colorado's extra gate for semi-autos. Colorado's angle isn't an outright ban. It's a fresh hurdle every time you want to add another semi-auto to the safe. Starting August 1st, 2026, the state will demand a firearm safety eligibility card for most semi-autos with detachable mags. Want to grab another AR, AK, or similar after that date? You're not just doing the 4473 dance, you're flashing that state card first. To snag the card, you sit through a state-approved safety class, pass a background check, then renew every 5 years. Extra cash, extra time, extra list you're now on. Rifles you already own, untouched on paper. If your safe is stuffed, the law doesn't reach back. The choke point is every future purchase, plus the casual buyers who bail once they hear class and plastic first. That's how states crank down without uttering ban. Dealers get another box to check, shoppers walk. If you're in Colorado and you know you want a specific AR or AK flavor, the clean window is 2025 through July 26. After that, the eligibility card is your ticket in. California swings at convertible pistols. California isn't rolling a brand new rifle law for 2026, but it is taking a bite out of the other half of a lot of loadouts. AB 1127 is locked in. Starting July 1st, 2026, dealers inside the state can't sell what lawmakers label semi-automatic machine gun convertible pistols. Legalese for handguns like a Glock that can swallow a drop-in switch and go rock and roll. If some clown breaks federal law and installs a converter, that's on them. But shops still can't move those pistol models once the date flips. Current owners are grandfathered, so troopers won't kick doors over a Glock you already bagged. The supply line through licensed dealers yours, though, gets choked off. No cap. AR/AK guys in California still need to watch. 1. Same playbook they use on rifles. Rate of fire isn't the target. Potential full auto with extra parts is. 2. Once the state locks convertible handguns, nothing stops them from aiming that logic at AR pistols, braced builds, or rifle platforms next round. Practically, pieces of your kit become Cali only. Move to a freer state and that Glock's just another 9mm. Stay in state after July 26 and it's a discontinued class you can't replace or transfer if it breaks. That's the slow squeeze you keep an eye on. New York, repaper, push, and hard enforcement. New York's 2026 danger isn't a fresh ban. It's paperwork that flips you into a felon if you ghost it. Under the SAFE Act, a mountain of ARs and AKs already count as assault weapons. Semi-auto, detachable mag, plus one scary feature, pistol grip, telescoping stock, flash hider, etc. Those stayed legal only because the state let owners keep what they had if they mailed in the registry card during the window. Skip that step back in the day, the rifle is already contraband in the eyes of the law, where 2026 bites is the audit and recheck track. NY has been tightening how it tracks grandfathered guns, and the roadmap is hard deadlines for updating info or re-registering. If the computer shows your rifle should be on file and the renewal or update isn't done by the cutoff, the system doesn't see a clerical hiccup, it sees an unregistered assault weapon in SAFE Act breach. That opens the door to misdemeanor or felony charges, confiscation, and rights gone for good. So if you're posted in New York with an AR or AK that hits the SAFE Act tripwire, treating registration like an optional add-on is a trash move. Confirm whether that serial was ever logged, check the status, and watch the mail for any 2026 repaper letters. I forgot isn't a defense. NY runs on the idea that owners track their own compliance. Jersey and Mass tighten the noose. New Jersey turns up the heat in early 2026. Their statute keeps a named ban list, then slaps substantially identical language on top to drag in lookalikes. When the state drops an updated roster, rifles that were clean on Friday can land on the no-fly list Monday. Same features, same profile, new felony exposure. Get tagged and you're staring at 3 to 5 inside and fines up to 15 large. Real time. Not a parking citation. Massachusetts attacks from a different corner, but the bruise is the same for AR/AK owners. The AG already swings the copy or duplicate hammer at so-called compliant builds, and 2026 is when that enforcement spotlight gets brighter, even if your AR was marketed as feature-free. If the state decides it mirrors a banned model, they treat it as an illegal assault weapon. No true grandfathering for freshly reclassified guns. First offense carries around a year mandatory. Second bounce jumps to 5. Bottom line, if you're running AR or AK variants in Jersey or Mass, guessing is dumb. Know exactly how your rifle is tagged, watch for fresh lists or guidance, and have a move ready if the state flips your legal build into contraband overnight. Registry, audits, and storage bites. CT, MD, WA. Connecticut, Maryland, and Washington aren't kicking doors on day one. They're tightening the screws around registration, storage, and red flag lanes. Connecticut. Big 2026 push is a deep audit of the assault weapon registry. If you logged an AR or AK under older laws, the state expects locked storage starting April 1st, 2026. Safe, locked cabinet, or locking device on the gun itself. If cops roll through for any reason and find a registered rifle lying around loose, they stack criminal charges on top of whatever brought them there. That's how people quietly lose gun rights. Maryland, expanding the banned roster around October 1st, 2026, scooping up newer AR and AK variants designed to dodge old wording. Owners get a roughly 90-day window to move rifles out of state, transfer to a legal out-of-state owner, or surrender. Sit on your hands and the gun turns into contraband. Simple possession becomes a felony. Washington, long game of training mandates, locked storage rules, and wider extreme risk protection orders. Every new semi-auto rifle buyer must complete certified safety training, and guns have to live in a locked safe or device when not in use. Plus, the red flag process is smoother. Anyone can petition a court to yank your rifles if they tag you as a danger. If you're holding ARs or AKs in any of those three, 2026 playbook is simple. Confirm every registration is legit, lock storage to the letter of the law, and track any roster major updates or risk petitions. Stay squared, and you chop off the easy angles the state can use to snatch your rifles. What AR/AK owners need to handle before 2026. Here's my read on 2026. You can't solo the statutes, but you can stop being the low-hanging fruit. Start with a hard inventory. Model, caliber, serial, every single rifle. Match each one to your state's exact definition, not the meme page recap. If your state flings terms like assault weapon, copy or duplicate, or substantially identical, pull the real text and see where you land. No cap. Next layer, paperwork and storage. If registration or re-registration exists, lock the status down now, not after the clock hits 0. If locked storage laws drop, upgrade the safe, cable locks, whatever keeps you statute bulletproof, so if law enforcement ever steps inside, your gear is clean on paper. For states adding fresh bans or rosters, map a plan B for anything that might get reflagged. Sell to an out-of-state FFL, stash with family in a freer zone, or decide it's time to relocate. Last note, plenty of these laws are under court challenge. Some already in front of federal judges post-Bruin. That fight matters, but until a gavel drops, you live under the law on the books today. Check your state site, maybe touch base with a local gun lawyer once a year, and keep your own house locked tight. Staying compliant is dull, but it keeps you in the fight. Make sure you subscribe to Weapons Law Advisor, and don't forget to like and comment on the video to help us reach our amazing milestone of 10,000 subscribers. Every single subscriber matters. Your support is what makes this journey possible.